Hey, it's Cat at Cattails TV. I was going to the beach and it's raining, but I was going to work out doing some martial arts stuff anyway, because sometimes, something might happen and it's in the rain and you got to be able to have balance and you got to have power. So it's good to work out in all different types of weather. Speaking of martial arts, we're going to talk about Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez' next court date allegedly is April 10th, and this is supposedly the sentencing. I want to say a couple of things because there's a lot of things going on. Mr. 45, Donald Trump, is expected to be indicted this week, and he also put out a call to arms for people to protest his fan base, like the 26, what am I saying? The January 6th insurrectionist, seditionist people. He wants those types of people that are not in jail to protest, which is actually inciting a riot. But what? The reason why I brought him up is because one of his friends, Roger Stone, had a gag order on him during his particular trial. And he violated that gag order by posting online a picture of the judge with a target on her face. For some reason, that judge didn't find him in contempt or didn't punish him for that. The reason why I bring this up, Tory Lanez had his gag order removed recently, like I guess less than a month ago or so. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what they were so afraid of that Tory was going to say over the last 2 years. Whereas Megan Pete was able to talk about whatever she wanted, So what I'm trying to show you is you have someone like Roger Stone who helped bolster the literal attempted coup to take over the United fucking States. He had a gag order, he violated it, and nothing happened. Yet Tory Lanez allegedly shot Megan Pete's feet, which do not look like they were actually shot at if you've seen pictures of a bullet going through a foot. And also, for some reason, the doctors didn't retain the fragments, whatever fragments they found in her foot, as evidence. Somehow that's missing too. But again, I want to stay focused because, I use different news stories to try to educate people how lunatic this case is, which makes no sense to me. That someone who actually helped try to overthrow the legal election process in the United States violated his gag order and nothing happened to him. Yet, Tory Lanez was not able to speak for fucking over 2 years. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But let's get to the point of this case. I'm really concerned. I'm scared shitless. I don't even know Tory. I met him during the reporting on this case, but I've literally have lost sleep on this case. I feel like I'm going to be sick because I am so afraid that people, one, they don't want to hear the facts. I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people that are relatively logical where I've discussed this case and I've said, I just wanted the facts. I wasn't pro Tory, I wasn't pro Megan. I was just a person covering the case. But as I sat there, listened, saw what the prosecution was doing, picking jurors okay with lying, an accuser lying. There were just so many things that bells were going off in my head, like, what the fuck's going on? And for you, those of you who do not know, I was robbed I think it was 2014 or 2015 by Suge Knight and Cat Williams. I had to go through so much fucking hell. You have no idea. I was harassed by TMZ. I had to change my phone. I was under a lot of emotional stress. I was probably depressed. I had a concussion. I was roaming around trying to work, shooting pictures and covering stories in a sling. And the police literally told me in Beverly Hills, stop investigating my own case. So I know what it's like to be accused of something that's a total lie. Meanwhile, like Cat Williams vilified me and said I was being inappropriate with a child. The long story short, I had evidence to prove, because I had video, that everything they said was a lie. But what I'm trying to say is, I was a victim of a violent crime. I know what it feels like to be falsely accused. I know what it's like to have social media, what limited social media they had back then. Like, it's almost 10 years. I cannot believe it. A lot of black bloggers vilified me without even knowing me, because they didn't say my name. But TMZ outed me. Those kind of things. They tend to promote violence against women. I shouldn't say that. Well, let's just say they tend to promote ageism, sexism, anything that's going to make money, and anything that's going to sow discord, okay? So all I'm trying to say in regards to this whole thing is that Tory is I don't want to say fucked, because I don't want to scare you people from stopping what you're doing if you're actually trying to investigate. What I'm trying to say is he's up against a group of people that want him to not speak and be in jail. So getting back to that, Megan, the reporter, which she's deemed, we believe erased a lot of the tweets that prove that she live tweeted when right around the time Kelsey was going on the stand. She live tweeted that the defense was going to use Kelsey shot Megan, because you got to understand, I was in the hallway. Tory's original defense team, very unprofessional. They would constantly talk and discuss the case in the hallway. I never seen anybody. Well, I shouldn't say anyone so unprofessional, but I'm not used to seeing lawyers act I'm trying to be careful with my words, but what the fuck? That's stupid and that careless, which makes me wonder if they were on the other side. And the other thing you have to understand is lawyers, and you look at Michael Avenatti, there's lawyers that are, the guy that killed his wife and his son recently, a lot of lawyers are found guilty of robbing their clients. I'm not saying that Tory's original team did that, but you have to understand in this game of who's got the most money, people do a lot of odd things. So getting back to Megan, the reporter, Cunneth, whatever her name is, it seems like she erased her tweets. And I've been trying to find her original tweets, and, you can delete your tweets. There used to be a way to track those tweets from the outside, but Twitter changed. I don't know if that was Elon Musk doing it or if it was before Elon Musk, but it's hard to find those original tweets. So I'm asking anyone who used some of her tweets as information for their blogs to come forward if they found anything, because it's important to have the evidence. The other thing is, a lot of people are doing a lot of stuff they're trying to investigate, which is really cool. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. All I want to say is I suggest not just talking about stuff, but trying to find real concrete evidence. If you find real concrete evidence, post it online or give it to Tory's lawyers. Because I'm telling you, He's up against some really powerful people. And my brain goes back to the last seconds of the woman that was shot by her husband, that horrible lawyer. What's his name? Alex Murdoch or whatever his name was. Imagine being married to someone for decades and then all of a sudden he shoots you. Even though they say she didn't suffer, imagine that the moments that it took was probably an eternity to her right before she was killed. I don't know if he killed their son first. I don't know if he killed the mother first. But imagine that moment. They knew something was terribly wrong. The person they thought they knew, they didn't. The reason why I keep bringing that up, Tory is in the same boat. He had no idea what he's dealing with. There's people saying that Megan's original bodyguard is told that they lied on him and that he really wanted to testify. I don't know. If anyone can find him and talk to him, that would be awesome too. But I just want to reiterate, the opponent, the other side, they're going in with guns blazing. For a DA to tell a jury it's okay to lie, a victim of a violent crime, it's acceptable for a victim of a violent crime to lie, and that they should accept that and accept all the lies that were told. That is mind-boggling. I mean, on so many levels. And the way his defense team handled the situation, they were amateurs, in my opinion. So, again, I'll get back to the point. Investigate. Have evidence. Screenshot everything. I had no idea Megan, the reporter, was going to erase her tweets. But all I can say is, if you look at my videos, I constantly said to her, why? Well, you like, I didn't know if I said why, but I'm like, you live tweeted the defense's theory that Kelsey shot Megan. And she, in the real time when I asked her those questions, she would blow me off or change the subject. But yet, when I was in the elevator with David Kenner and a law student and some other people that are witnesses, and I was having a private conversation, I really wasn't having a private conversation. That actually was a setup that I did. What I was doing was, I was talking loud to the law student, who's a friend of mine, and I asked him, what do you call lawyers that are unprofessional and are having privy conversations in the hallway, and there's reporters live tweeting or giving out that information, which is alerting the prosecution. What do you call that? Is that a means to mistrial? I was on that kind of vibe, and it was fascinating. Megan, who wouldn't talk to me after the guilty verdict of Tory, she started like jumping into the conversation and interjecting herself. We're talking about an elevator where like maybe 8 people are there, so there's witnesses that saw what happened, and she just kept trying to engage and like make excuses for what she did. But it's fascinating. She erased those tweets afterwards. So if you look at that video that I have on my YouTube, where I asked David Kenner all those questions, that was right after we left the elevator. I knew she was going to follow me in the elevator. I knew she was going to follow David Kenner. I knew she was going to be next to me while I asked those questions. I did that to burn something in her skull. But yeah, she doesn't work for law and crime. The sad thing is, she may work for Rock Nation. And the reason why I'm telling you all this, and I don't know, I'm just saying she may. You never know who your opponent is, who your friend is, who your foe is. I would not even be in this level of this case if it wasn't for so many weird things happening that outraged me. I mean, I'm not fucking joking. I've covered a lot of cases. This is up there with Michael Cohen when I interviewed him in New York before he went to jail. And I was yelling at him like, you're Jewish. How could you support someone who's obviously a racist? Not only against blacks, but against Jews, about everybody, and also alleged rapists. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things I really, really am passionate about. And I hate to say it, in regards to this case, I am petrified. Because these people, they don't care about justice. They don't care about the facts. They wanted their conviction. They want to really get Tory. I mean, and someone said something to me a long time ago, and I thought she was a little crazy. I mean, she still may be crazy, but in regards to this case, she might be on point. They want to stop Tory at all costs. I don't know what, besides him wanting to have people own their own rights to their music. And because he has other artists under his umbrella, and maybe because he wants to be a new knight, a new type of Jay-Z, a new entrepreneur. Maybe that's why they have to clip his wings. I mean, what people don't realize, you guys watch soap operas and you watch movies and you watch reality shows and you read Shakespeare, but you don't even think that this kind of shit happens right here and right now. Tory needs your help. So if you're a fan of Tory's, scour the internet. Look for those tweets that Megan the reporter said. Because I'm trying to figure out, I don't think she's powerful enough to erase those tweets all over the internet. The only person powerful enough to do that is Rock Nation. I've had a lot of strange things happen since covering this case. But all I'm trying to say is, do your best to help Tory. All right? Thank you. Sorry this video was so long, but I had to tell the truth in the way I see it. But take care. These are wild times. Wild times, but as Tupac said, trust no one. They have to, people show you who they are. They really, really do. But this thing, I'm praying something good comes out of this, but realize the chess moves these people are doing. Either intentionally or unintentionally. Tory had horrible lawyers. They pushed to have the case go to jury before Christmas without having crucial witnesses testify. They thought they had it in the bag. I was sitting there going, these are some dumb motherfuckers, because this shit is, the prosecution was just boom, boom, boom. And even though the stuff didn't make sense, if you have jurors that want to go home for Christmas, they'll say, hell yeah, he's guilty. Because I don't want to think. I don't want to think what the judge said. The judge said if anyone's testimony changed or was untrue, you have to discount it. But the little games with the pink clothes and the pink, what do you call that? Marker on the screen, and using words like GSR instead of gun, residue, stuff like that, might have been over the head of some of these people. And they might have just thought that Tory's defense was trying to sway the jury with using like feminine colors and try to act like they were pro-female. But it came off as just making fun of it. So anyway, I digress. But you get me. But yeah, Bye. This case. Ugh.